Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dynasty. Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. It is your boy cheesemo back with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel clip. Diamond exclusive gameplay. Okay? So, I don't even know where to start. So this is, for those who don't know, this is my Utopia Galaxy Overfiend King Overfiend deck. When I was dueling, I dueled this guy who was using a stun runic deck, and I lost him. And I think I was using my new full powered Xyz full armored shark deck, and I couldn't attack him because he was able to get rid of my back row, so I couldn't negate the trap card that he activated to what's it called? To like stop my attack. He activated this Mirror Force card where he pays life points to 6,000, and I would have to attack him with attack greater than 6,000 to kill him. Now I have a card in my deck where I could equip Xyz monster in my graveyard and just boost the attack and just be stronger than that, right? But the problem is, since he was using his runic deck, he already banished that card, and I only have that as a one-off, the spell and the trap card. So I'm like, fuck, I'm cooked, and then I lost. Then this guy was like, I'm only using stun because, they got Snake Eyes is running amok and shit. And I told him, like, I know why you're using that deck. Like, diamond rank right now is toxic. Like, everybody's either using Cash Tira, stun, Cash Tira, I mean not Cash Tira, Cash Tira stun, or runic stun, or they're using Rescue Ace Snake Eyes or Snake Eyes. So the meta format has really been extremely challenging to climb up in Diamond, to the point where I had to turn off crossplay so that I only fought PlayStation people. Because the more when I was fighting people that was when I was fighting people that were crossplay, like they play on PC and shit, like all those people use meta decks. All of them have Max D and shit, and Max D kills me like 90% of the time. There's only a real 10% chance that I would win, and that's only if I had like full board with Abyss Dweller and Hope Harbinger, because then I don't have to worry about their graveyard extensions, and I can just negate all their shit on the field. They got their normal summon and then a little couple special summons, and then I can stop that. Got Edge Claw, so I can't get evenly matched. So that would have been, that's the only pretty time I can really beat Max C challenge. Other than that, I get Nibiru'd, and then if I don't have any extension in my hand or Photon Jumper to protect me from them attacking, then I just surrender, because it doesn't make sense to continue. If I have no cards in my hand, no extensions, it doesn't make sense to go further. So right now here, I think he like impermed me or something, I don't know, like I didn't have, or maybe I was just trying to draw as many cards as I can, but I don't really have full board. But to continue with what I was saying, so the guy said to use King Dragon Overfiend or whatever, and I told him I already have that deck. So this is the deck you're seeing here, the Utopia Galaxy King Overfiend deck that I built like months ago. But I kind of like updated it, kind of made the consistency a little better, made it a little stronger and shit like that. And yeah, I decided to give it a shot, and then like who knows, so after I beat this, I think I was fighting branded and that new fusion deck, I forgot what it's called. It's Yugi's old card, the Chimera. I was fighting Chimera branded, as you saw in the first little bit of the clip, and I beat that deck. He wasn't able to beat around my board, and that's pretty much how that went. Or I think he went first, I went second, and I beat around his board. I have the clip, you guys will be able to see it later. But then who would think that I would be doing a fucking Axis 8 deck? I hate these Axis 8 players, bro. They're completely trolls. This is what, so once I turn only PlayStation on, I'm only doing stun, Axis 8, Cash Tier stun, and here and there a few Snake Eyes decks, but I always have a good hand and full combo, so I don't really complain about losing. I only complain about the fact that I'm going second. But with crossplay off, I'm fighting a little more better majority of decks. Like, I was on my rank up game to get back to Diamond 4, and I kept fighting an Archfiend player that, like, I don't know, the game just, the game mixed me. Look, he thinks he has game right now, hold on. Photon Jumper, boom. Stop. But yeah, so anyways, let's discuss the clip right now. So, me fighting Axis 8, let me explain this. Axis 8 was the reason how I came up with the Galaxy Eyes Utopia deck. The engine, everything, because I'm able to beat any meta deck with my full board. Any meta deck. No maxi challenge, any meta deck. 100%, no cap. I can FTK people, burn damage them, but I also only came up with that when I came up with the Galaxy engine. Now, the purpose of the Galaxy engine was created due to the fact how I had one friend who always used Axis 8 and always was able to beat me. You know what I mean? Pop all my back row, pop all my monsters, kaiju my monsters, lava golem my monsters. Rising wasn't out yet. I had no extender. I had nothing I can do. I had nothing that can stop his attack. And then I just sat down and I said to myself, there has to be a way to beat Axis 8 going first. And there has to be some sort of follow-up that I can do to not only protect myself, but do full combo when it's my next turn, on the third turn, right? So as you're seeing, my board got wiped, and now I'm bringing my board back due to extensions, right? He failed at FTKing me. But that's when the juice of this video comes. So I was saying to myself, okay, what does Axis 8 do besides pop and tribute shit? They FTK, right? So their base purpose of their deck is to attack and kill me. And I'm like, I'm not just gonna sit here and let this trolling ass fucking duelist or trolling ass duelist who use Axis 8 beat the fuck out of me. I don't even care if I'm using Utopia. I'm just not going to permit it. So then, I created the Galaxy engine. I put Photon. I put Galaxy 100. I put everything. So, no matter what, when they attack me, they're not going to get their FTK. And the problem with Axis 8 is time. And the thing is, since they have a level 8 in their deck that banishes 10 cards from the deck to special summon consistently, their deck is at a time lapse. So they're either gonna run out of cards and you're gonna deck them out and win, or you're gonna beat them the old-fashioned way, set up your board, and then they just can't do fuck all. You know what I'm saying? So this was a very excellent duel for you guys to see how to beat around Axis 8 with a Utopia deck. The other issue that the Axis 8 player has against me is my deck is I designed this Galaxy engine where I can stall and extend. Let me repeat myself. Stall and extend. Their idea is to just get rid of everything, FTK, next duel. Mine is stall. So they don't really have negate. They have negates in their deck. And they have Zeus. So the way my combo works is, you guys see how every time I do full board, I leave one space open? So when they go to now attack me now, I special summon Galaxy Eyes, and I just banish cards from their deck. I can banish Zeus if I fucking wanted to. I can banish his Xyz card that's attacking me. and then he loses all his material. So even if he goes into Zeus, it doesn't mean fuck all, because you can't banish my field. So like, let's say he goes to attack me with Numeron or whatever, or I banish that card, bring it back, and then he doesn't have, then he can't go into Zeus and banish my field. Or if I destroy that level 8 card and then do the same thing, he can go into Zeus, but he's not gonna have materials to fuck over my field. So it's the perfect combination of mixed. The other issue that he has to deal with is the fact that he has number cards in his deck, which means that all I really have to do is keep special summoning Galaxy Eyes. That's why I send Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to the graveyard. My idea is that even if he kaijus me, which he is going to, he has level 8 kaijus in his deck, I'm literally just gonna keep banishing cards from his extra deck or using those cards against him. Because since I have the field spell, I can attach any card from my extra deck or my graveyard to whatever Xyz card is special summoned to my field, giving me material and making his life a whole lot harder, because he thought this was going to be easy. He thought he was just going to get rid of my negates, get rid of my shit, and I can't do anything. And this is me playing without Zeus. Now I know what you guys are going to say. Cheesemo. You're using a Utopia deck, why don't you put Zeus in your deck? The thing is, I don't have any room to put Zeus. If I could put Zeus, I would. Look, he thinks he's got game again. I let him destroy it because I can bring it back with my continuous spell. It didn't make sense to activate the effect. I just do not have space in my deck. And every time I put Zeus in my deck, he kind of misplayed here. He should have went into Zeus with his level 8 card. But I guess he didn't want to, so he can special summon maybe Hope Harbinger from his deck if he wanted to or whatever. I don't know. But he misclicked, and he went into Zeus with the wrong card. If he went into Zeus with that level 8 there, he would have had materials to banish my whole field. So he misplayed, that cost him the game. But other than that, every time I put Zeus and I have Abyssal in my deck just bricks. And it's weird how the game will let my deck brick, because Zeus actually makes sense, and like it just bricks my deck. Like I can't even get full board, full combo or anything. Every time I put Zeus in my deck, I can't do any of my combos. I don't have any extenders in my hand. I just brick, and I don't know why. It's like my deck is too gay, or too consistent, or too gassy, that it's just the game won't allow it to work at its full capacity. So I have to think like an even smarter duelist now, and fucking I gotta think like a smarter duelist and beat people without Zeus, which is really hard, especially when you're using an Xyz deck. Every Xyz player has Zeus in their deck, but Utopia doesn't have float cards besides the 3 main cards to do full combo. So that's why I have to put cards like that Overlay Network continuous spell in my deck, and I gotta put cards like Galaxy Hunter, and I gotta put Photon Jumper, and I gotta put all these different things in my deck just to do the same thing that any meta deck can do by itself, 40 cards, you know what I mean? So it took a lot of brain power to build this deck, but what makes this duel special is the fact that Access 8 is what created, made me create the Galaxy deck. Made me look at card for card and see which combo I can do and extend them. So here I am, figuring out which card that I should use. I could use this card, beat over his level 8, but at what cost? And then I was thinking, I could summon this card. Then I was thinking, maybe I can summon Lancelot, attack, pop his level 8, and still have an Omni negate. But I think I chose to get Pain, which is good. And then I gave Kane a material. I gave him this. Then I detached the material from this card. And I popped his board. And then the problem is I couldn't attack because I activated Photon Jumper last turn. So like he would have died right there. Well, not really, but I would have lowered his life points pretty good if I was able to attack. So like I'm saying, he's consistently using this level 8 to float back and shit like that. And as you see, I do not have full board at all. I'm just, you know, beating around his extra deck the best I can. But yeah, man, every time I see Axis 8, I don't even get nervous. Because I set up this deck to have consistency and extenders and floats. And I build this deck that it can stall and it can save me from being attacked. I got this Sky Striker duel, man. You guys are gonna go insane watching. Guy broke my board 2 times and I still won. Something like that. When you put your mind together and you really dissect what your deck can do, you can be a better duelist. You know, and I'm not talking about a meta deck, because the meta deck, you know, even if you put 50 cards in it, you know, it's still meta for a reason. I'm talking about like an anime deck or a rogue deck. Like, there's ways you can make that deck so much more powerful, and you know, you guys just don't have the patience to really think. Like a long time ago when this game came out, I was gold for a long time. For the longest time, I remember I couldn't even get to Platinum 5. I can get to gold, but I couldn't get to Platinum 5. And then like after like 2 years or something like that, or after a year or 8 months, I can't remember the first time I got to Platinum 5 with Utopia. It's probably in my YouTube channel. I was so happy. So here he goes. He nukes my field. We're restarting now, because that's what Axis 8 does best. Problem is that thanks to Photon Jumper, every time he goes to the graveyard, I get my extender. The biggest issue that I had to deal with right now was this powerhouse card right here. But the thing about duels is not to be impatient. The fact that he gave me a level 8 only means that I can special summon back Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord back to the field. And when he's special summon, I can choose to banish a card from his extra deck or special summon it to my field. You know, I feel like dueling Axis 8 is like you're dueling somebody that's trying to play you brain dead. And they're trying to play you without actually having to try. You know, they just pop your back row, tribute your shit, attack, and fucking kill you, right? So I feel like when you push this troll FTK deck past its turn 2, it can't win. Depending on who builds the deck, all Axis players build their deck different. But see, even right now, like, I can attack, but if I was able to attack, I would attack, pop the card, and then attack again, right? But because of Photon Jumper's effect, I can't. So, but I have 2 negates on the field, so. Issue is, I can't stop him from killing Lancelot, though. That's the biggest problem that I had. And I don't have 2 Galaxy Eyes Photon cards in my deck. But then I can't activate my effect because he was on the field too, so. It was a big mix. I wouldn't suggest you put 2 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons in your deck, because most of the time you're not going to be getting to like 16 turns against a fucking deck. But at least you guys can see how my deck can survive going 13 turns. I kind of fucked up because I thought that it was going to go to the graveyard and then float back, and then I can just activate Photon, whatever that continuous spell is in my thing, and then special summon back Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, get his Xyz level 4, and then pop his shit, and then just straight fucking attack him. Man, there's been so many games where like I draw Automata pickup when I really needed it, and the game just helps me out, you know. But the cool thing about me summoning his cards to my field is that he can't go into those cards anymore. You know what I mean? Those cards he destroyed himself. So here we are playing the waiting game right now. Here we are playing the waiting game. He already used Harpy Feather Duster. He's running out of cards in his deck. He barely has an extra deck. I think right now I'm going to get the Cyclone card to pop that card, whatever it is back there. The last guy that I dueled that was using the Runic, who me and him, we became friends, but he was using the Runic Stun. He told me to put this card in my deck, and this card is easily searchable with Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord and Photon Jumper, so I said why not. I'll just put it at like a 1 of, depending on the scenario that I'm in. So like everything Galaxy works with this deck. So he's using Monster Reborn, and I'm like, okay, what is he gonna fucking bring out? He brings out his level 8. Now, yes, if he brought back my 99, I wouldn't be able to attack him, but I guess he was just thinking the long game, like I can just tribute off his whole shit, and, you know, I don't gotta worry about anything, whatever, you know. Which I didn't really give a fuck. The only way to beat Axis 8 is if your deck can stall really well and you can float back. Because time is what kills Axis 8. It's not like you can't control being tributed off unless you have... so here comes the savior of the deck. Chaos fucking Dragon. So I get rid of his back row, and guess what it was? It was Super Polymerization. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, guys. Super Polymerization. So not only did he Harpy Feather Duster me, nid me, motherfucker also had Super Poly as well. And I know why he's using it. Diamond rank this month was absolutely insane. I got to Diamond the first week of this month. It was very challenging when I was at Plat 1. But getting the Plat 1 was very easy. Didn't take me no time at all. If you guys are just viewing this clip and you're just new to the channel, you can go watch when I ranked up to Diamond 5 or Diamond 4. But yeah, here comes the savior of the fucking deck, dude. Now, the biggest issue is I can't attack with Chaos Ruler the moment I summon him. So I had to end my turn. A pure Utopia deck. For those who don't know, there's a tier list that I have for the Utopia decks. There's pure Utopia deck at the very bottom. There's pure Utopia deck Bastiles. There's pure Utopia deck with Bastiles and Castrira. But that deck is really dead because they limited Unicorn and Fenrir, so that deck does not play as well as it did when Cash was at full power. Then there's the Galaxy, the Utopia Galaxy deck, right? And now it's the Xyz full armored shark deck now. That is the best version of Utopia. This version that I'm using here, if I was to put it on a tier list, it is the Galaxy engine with Overfiend that locks them out of monster effects. I thought that my card was going to be able to float back, but apparently it didn't. I would put this deck slightly underneath. No, I'll put it slightly over the Galaxy deck, only because you can summon a card where they can't activate monster effects on the field, and if you have a Bistro, they can't activate graveyard effects, so then they just fucking lose. And if you have Hope Harbinger and a decent board to protect yourself with the Galaxy engine inside it, I would say this is slightly better than a thing. But this deck bricks sometimes though. Like your rank up game, you would have like mid combo, but you know, if they pop you with Dark Hole or some stupid shit like that, or they imperm you once, it's gonna be really hard to build the board that you want to build. So it is what it is. Yeah, so this is just a waiting game. Like, the moment I get rid of that level 8 Beast card, he is the most deadest man in Yu-Gi-Oh! I have a job interview today, so I'm probably going to post this video and then post this Sky Striker duel that I had last night, which was absolutely insane. You see, I don't know why he keeps putting Chaos Angel back into my deck. I don't know, back into my hand. I don't know if this guy's thinking to himself, oh, well, I can, you know, if I put that back in his hand, every time he resummons it, he's probably thinking every time he resummons it, he can't attack me. So, I'm just going to be able to break around his board as big as I can, and then he can't do fuck all about it. I think that's what he was thinking. Like, he's only going to be able to attack me once, and his one card only has 3,000 attack. So then I draw my rank up spell. So now you guys are going to see combos at its fucking finest right now. So till now, I don't think I've summoned my full extra deck yet. So now you're gonna see me build my board now. Now I'm done playing with this little fucking kid. I think it's this turn. So yeah, so I summon Utopia thanks to the field spell. I equip Utopia with double or nothing. I could pretty much put any card in it. So I put Overfiend, I rank up. So now he can't attack me. So now I have my 99 out. He's got 6 cards in his deck. And I'm thinking about what I want to summon. So I detach 2. My Edge Claw's already in the graveyard, so I summon Hope Harbinger. I activate this effect to put on Hope Harbinger in case, you know. So I do that. I attack it to him. I banish his card. Then I attack him for 3,000. So now his little beast card is permanently fucking gone. I don't have to worry about this consistent float bullshit. And then then he normal summons this Gruden thing or whatever, or Ganja thing. And I just put it to 0, and then he was dead. So that's how you beat your maker, because Galaxy is better than Axis 8, and I'll catch you later. Peace.